Hello, 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 hello. I'm not dead as fuck. I'm not dead. I just burped, oh shit. That sounded like goddamn. Yeah. Anyway. Hello. I'm not dying this time, so I can play Umineko. Sees title, dear God. But everything's fine here, Darkbit. Everything's fine. I'm so glad. I get to fight each other. I had a feeling I end up fighting you sooner or later. Since when? You won't admit you might have witched a bit. Can we use that as a verb? Probably. I'm not sure. Might have been before I even learned her name. Father vaguely remembered her speaking to him, somewhere in an unconscious world he couldn't remember. That time it sounded like she was giving advice for his fight with Beto. But thinking back on it, it was a little different. She might have been a cat fighting from the sidelines, too scared to go out into the bright sunlight. Hi, Ark. That was a long time ago. Yeah, that scene was a fucking while back. So I had a vague premonition that eventually we would stand opposed to each other on the game board in some way. Bill is one of us players. Now they're in at the game board. At the very end, as the game board is being put away, he finally found the courage to step out onto the stage. I want to accept that brave challenge of yours. By the name of that courageous girl who once was your piece. I forced Erica to fight a duel. I wanted to win. And, even more strongly, I didn't want to lose. The fear of possibly tasting defeat tormented me. And, thinking back on it, I envied you two back then. Erika was a great piece of yours, and my rival. I won't forgive you for refusing to witness her last stand and laying her to rest in the depths of oblivion. Just what do you want me to do? Apologize to her. I'm sorry, what? Rescue her from the depths of oblivion and invite her to this party. Erica? Rescue Erica. I feel the same as Balor. She may have been a piece who's not positioned towards us, but she was only faithfully fulfilling her own role.
公敵手なくしてゲームは成立せぬ。
There can be no game without an adversary.
敵であること
She remains our enemy, but she's also an important friend to
我
us.
らの大切な友人だ。
I mean, I admit I respect her for going even when she was like absolutely fucked, but what? Like, I respected her at the end for going even when it was clear she had no chance of winning, but like, what?
あれだけあんたたちを苦しめたのに。
Even though she made you suffer so much.
俺たちはフェアに戦った。
You fought a fair fight.
勝敗が互いの運命を
The outcome may have changed our fates. Now that we've dueled each other, we'll always be friends. Don't try to understand which logic, BB. I guess I shouldn't. I mean, that was the game. Battle set the whole thing up. He's supposed to feel the Oser. I won't blame him there, but just kind of like a battler, I disagree, but okay. You want to be friend? You want to be their friends too, don't you, Burn? That's why you want a fair fight with them now, isn't it?
笑えば
You mean, Victor saying you mean Battle knew the truth, he could have fixed the logic error any time. Not incorrect. He didn't do it out of respect for Beto in many ways. Are you laughing at me?
笑わぬ。
We aren't.
むしろ
On the contrary, we welcome it.
人質を取ってるのに。
Even though I've taken a hostage.
取らなきゃ
Probably wouldn't have come up to probably wouldn't have come up onto the stage otherwise. There had been no need to take a hostage. Val and Beto would have gladly accepted a final duel if Burn Cassell had expressed a desire for one. It's hard to make out anything from Burn Cassell's silent expression. Okay. What's okay? I'll release Erica from the depths. That must have taken a lot of resolve. What would these games be without an ultimately pathetic, ineffectual villain? Are you calling Erica comic relief? You know what? I'm not entirely disagreeing there. For someone as proud of Burke Castell, forgiving the piece who had caused her defeat should have been nearly unbearable. She is. She's hilarious. That's just facts. Alan knew this, so he realized how much this bit of compassion had cost Burn Castell. Burn Castell snapped her fingers and a black cat slipped out of her shadow. I tossed her all the way into the deepest parts of oblivion. She might be late in arriving. It matters not. There's no danger of the food and drink running out. Go, kitty. Got that kid here. When she gave this order, the cat melted into the shadow, its bell jingling. I can hardly believe you forgive her, Erica. I don't plan on forgiving her. So, she's not my piece anymore. I wouldn't feel like picking her up. After all, you already picked up Leon and Will. I can have basically a duplicate of young you? Score! I'm totally taking her!
ベルンカステル
Burn Castell?
感謝する
Yeah, my thanks.
じゃあ甘ったるい時間はこれくらいでいい？
Then can we stop with the sentimentality?
すでに私に
I've already had as much as I can bear.
いいぜ
Sure.
ゲームはどこでする
Where will we have our game?
ここで賑やかにでも
I'm happy to have it here, with all the noise, or in the usual quiet spot, or whatever you like.
構わない
ベルンカステル教がこれほど
Lady Burn Castell has shown the courage to stand before a great many people already.
これ以上いじめること
I see no point in making her suffer further.
そうだな
Good point.
ならば
Then let's make it the
いつ
usual
ものあの
place.
場所しかないだろうぜ
ベル問題ない？
Any objections, Burn?
ないわ。
None.
ごめんね、パーティーのみんな。
Sorry, partygoers!
私たちはちょっと失敬するけれど。
We'll be heading out for a bit, but please continue to enjoy yourselves.
ゼパル、フルフル。
Zephyr, Furfur,
あんたたちが盛り上げて。
liven this place up!
エリカが来たらみんなで歓迎してあげて。
When Erica gets here, let's have everyone give her a warm welcome! Yes, so Lady Lambda Delta!
仰せのままに。
Your wish is our command!
では招こうぞ。我ら
Now then, let's take her to the usual room, a fitting place for a battle of
いつも
wits!
のあの部屋へ。
When Battler snapped his fingers, space shattered. They are now in the place where the witches had once exhaustively debated, schemed, and reasoned. The witches' smoking room. Inviting her to the usual room after part would probably be absolute torture for Erica. I really do think honestly, like, I feel like genuinely, Lambda would adore Erica for the sole reason that Erica is essentially a younger version of Bernie. And she'd be like, oh, fuck, I get to play with a young version of Bernie? This is gonna be the best shit. Pringaso had been invited there once again, and a final game would now begin.
ゲームの用意はあるのか
Erica would probably hate Lambda, though? That just makes it better.
もちろん。
Of course.
じっくりと作り上げ
I
た
worked hard on this game, and I'm pretty proud of it.
ゲームよ。ゲームマスターがベルンで、バトラとベアと。
So, Burn will be the game master, and Ballon will be the players. Doesn't Bernie hate her? Oh, you mean, are you talking about Lambda or or Erica? Because the answer is, yes.
ベルンが殺人ゲームの物語を語り。
The usual game where Burn curates a murder tale and the two players have to reconstruct with human tricks.
いつものゲームね。
Yeah, Lambda probably hates somewhat.
ベルンカステル教の描くシナリオがどのようなものか。
I'm interested to see what source and Lady Burn Castell develops. Your arc says right. Oh, in-game hints. They're not. I don't think they're talking. Carrie, I don't think they're talking about like them giving hints. Maybe after he figures it out. I can figure this out. It's not an actual puzzle, so I'll be fine. I fucking hope. Explain things with blue truth and you'll knock those down with the red
お
truth.
前が赤き真実でそれを弾く
The hints are absolutely worth it to go through after I get the answers, though.
そのルールで問題ない。
Are we alright with those rules?
私のゲームはもっと
My game will be a simpler one.
ただの犯人
It's just a quiz of guessing the culprit.
あんたたちと
I don't feel like trading red and blue with you.
攻防をやるつもりはないの。へ
Oh,
え。それってどう
what kind of game would that be?
先に見せてもらって
You mind letting me have a look at first? Ringsail held her palm upwards, and a fragment glowing pale blue appeared there. Lambda held out a hand over and shut her eyes. Without a hive mind helping him. Are you guys basically is this my witch trial? Is this my trial to see if I'm a proper witch or warlock now? Just being like, can he solve the fucking final puzzle on his own? Oh, fuck. See,
簡単なゲーム
it's a simple game, isn't it?
確かに
You're right.
これはバトラたちがやっていた思考ゲームに比べたらはるかに単純だわ
It's much more straightforward than the mind games you played in the past.
これはもはや
This isn't a game about witches and humans anymore.
そうよ
That's right.
これはもはや
This is a human
人
game.
間のゲーム驚いたわ
This is surprising.
ベアトというファンタジーと戦うためにベルンが用意したゲーム
Take on the fierce as Vito, you created a genuine mystery.
説明してくれ。
Please explain.
極めてシンプルよ
It's extremely simple.
ベルンの用意
He wants to tell Bren is prepared for you.
その中にはいくつか
Her set rules shape, but if you follow them as you read it through, he'll lead you a single truth. In other words, an answer.
すなわち回答が得られるようにできているの
つまり
So, it's an ordinary mystery novel?
なるほ
I see.
ど。となれば、赤と青の真実
In that case, there's no need for combat between red and blue truth.
ということか。
In Bito's games, the argument was about whether it was a mystery or not. However, Brinkasel's game was a mystery. There's no need to argue that from the start.
動機もトリック
I've even cut out the motive and the tricks.
あんたたちにも
There's only one question I'm asking you.
たった一点よ
フーダニッ
Who done it?
なんと
What a simple yet fitting game to conclude our
これ以上
fight.
ないほどに我らの決着にふさわしいゲームなのか。
I'm not sure if I want to call what I want to call it, but I'm definitely eliminating anything that starts with D or anything that starts with P. Those are both already taken after all. Cut out motives and tricks. Erica really is her double. Oh, absolutely.
そうだな。
Yeah. Danganronpa and Phoenix Wright. I'm just thinking about those two there. Yeah.
何の小細工もない。
No cheap tricks.
ストイックなまでにシンプルな。
Just a stokily simple game.
これは正真
This is a genuine duel.
立ち会い人として宣
As the
言する
observer, I'll say this.
このゲームは
This game is made to be solvable.
つまり
In other words, I guarantee that suitable setting for your duel.
公平であることを保証するベルンこれは老婆心だけれど
Baron, I know you keep on saying
本
this,
当にいいの
but are you really sure?
バトラとベアとはミステリー好きで交際を始めたのよ
Val and B's relationship start because they both love mystery.
私には
I agree it's a bit of a tricky...
シナリオだとは思う
I agree it's a pretty tricky scenario, but I'm not sure it'll be enough to stop these
ちょ
two.
っとわからないわよ私の精一杯のシナリオ
My best tell can't stop them, then what comes will
その
come.
時はその時よ
ベルンカステル教が渾身の力
The important thing is that Lady Brinkestelle put everything she had into this game.
そうだな。
You're right.
それが俺たちに通じるかどう
Will
か。
that be enough to stop us?
ただそれだけの。シンプル
That's all this game is about.
ラムだ。
Thanks, Lambda.
ありがとう。お前のおかげで。
Thanks to you, we know that this duel will be a fair
この
fight.
決闘が正々堂々としたものであることが証明された。
どういたしまして。
You're welcome. Aren't I just the best?
私も嬉しいわ。
I'm happy too.
ベルンが挑む
It's very rare burn to bring a fight to yourself. Very rare burn to bring a fight yourself, and I'm honored to be here to see it.
そなたを対戦
I'm also honored to have you as an opponent.
わらわも光栄だ。
私もよ。
Same here.
あんたを見
I
返して
underestimate you,
勝負の場に
and I did it without even stepping onto the battlefield.
そんな
Just thinking about it makes me want to vomit.
だか
So,
ら決闘さ
let me fight. Hmm.
受けて立とうぞ。
Show us what you've got.
私が勝ったら
If I win, I'll be able to look down on you for real this time.
そしてもし
And if I
私
lose,
が負けるなら私がきっと
I'll surely remind of that emotion I know I've forgotten.
あの感情を思い出させて
Indeed.
ベルンカステル。
Brinkestelle,
お前が勝とうと負けようと。
whether you win or lose, I promise you one thing.
これだけは約束する。
By the way, I want to look at, I'm sorry, hold on. I want to look at the characters again. Although she is the witch who controls miracles, she is also known as the witch who knows that miracles don't occur. Obsessed with destroying witch illusions, even now at the time when Bito's game board has fully served its purpose, she remains fixated on seeing them destroyed. She is known as the Miko of the Great Lady Aurora, and rumor has it this backing has given her considerable influence in the Senate. Huh. Interesting.
何
What's that?
この決闘が終わったら、
When this duel is over,
俺たちは友人だ。
we'll be friends.
これ以上はやめて
Enough of that, please. Enough of that,
すぐ
please.
ったくて死ん
The
でしまう
sentimentality is killing me. Lambda clapped her hands. A pleasant sound rang out.
朗読はベルンが
Will you be the reader, Burn?
それとも
Or
私
shall I
が
take on that role?
朗読者は不要よ
I don't need a reader. Uh-huh.
朗読の巫女は
A reader Miku can use her own voice and embellish to distort the
物語を
tale.
脚色することも歪めることもできるたとえ私の
Even if there was no cheap trickery in my game,
朗読の
by having a reader, any amount of trickery could be added.
そうであるな。
Yes, that is true.
それもまた
That's another of the Game Master's privileges.
権利の一つ。
あんたたちとしたい決闘はシンプルであり
I
たい
want to have a straightforward duel with you.
だから
So, I don't need a reader.
あなたたちが
You can read this tale with your own eyes and ears.
物語を読みなさいいいの
Are you sure?
それじゃベルン
That means you've lost almost all of your advantages!
わかった。
Got it.
朗読者はいらない。
You don't need a reader.
俺たちが自分で
We'll read the tale
物語を
ourselves.
読む。
朗読者がいない。
If there is no reader, does that mean there would be absolutely no falsehoods in the narrated text?
一切の虚偽が混じらぬということか。
受けて立つぞ。ベルンカステル。
We're ready, Brinkestelle.
何の小細工もない。
A showdown over a genuine mystery without any cheap tricks.
お前の正々堂々。
You're going plain fair and square, we'll challenge you head on too.
ありがと
Thank you.
う負けないわよ
And I don't plan on losing either.
そ
That's no good, Lady Byrne.
ああ、そうだ
She's right.
ミステリーを
If you're a witch shouting us with mystery, it's no good having an attitude like that.
ダメだぞ
Yeah, it's no goddamn good at all.
全然ダメだな
Burning so realizing what Battle and Beetle were asking for, snorted. Lamdo nodded her, telling her to enjoy this final dude to the fullest. You mean a witch discussing a mystery side by side? A human and a witch discussing a mystery side by side? It's ridiculous. Ludicrous! Let's see if your cheery take on mysteries can handle mine! I challenge you to solve my mystery! That is more like it! We'll take your challenge, Lady Byrne Castell, Witch of Miracles!
さあ
Alright, time to start!
ゲームマスター
I, Game Master, will show me a battler!
そして無
And Beatrice, the Endless Witch, will be your opponent!
ぶっ飛ばされても
Toads are crying when we wipe the floor with you!
食らうといいわ。これがベルンカステルのミステリー。
Take this, behold a mystery from Byrne Castell! Ringo took the fragment holding the game and smashed it against the table, shattering with a brilliant light as the game scenario laid itself out. The curtain rose on the mystery Byrne Castell created. A horrible and glorious final mystery begins now! No sound but that of the falling rain filled the room. Cover the tragic scene in the bloody dining hall. At some point, Angie and Phaedon had fallen to the floor. Now, her consciousness was slowly returning, forcing her to remember what had happened in this room. So, she reflexively averted her gaze even before the memory overtook her. 6 bodies lay in the blood-stained dining hall. Strange enough, as her consciousness returned bit by bit, the terrifying scene before her seemed somehow less intense. So this time, Angie used a look at the 6 corpses well enough to make out who they were. First, there were her own parents. Their pivotal sight, colored bright red by a bloody makeup. Next to them, that's Uncle Hideyoshi and Auntie Eva. Both Uncle Hideyoshi, the uncle who always said something funny and made me laugh, and Auntie Eva, the aunt who seemed to be so fond of me, are lying there dead. Kenji-san, the servant, is lying over there. And the one lying right here is Auntie Rosa. 6 people. A full 6 people have lives taken from them and are lying in this room. Maybe I cried myself out before I fell unconscious. The scene before me was terribly painful, but I was somehow able to look at it without losing my head. Ah. So, either this is saying that... I think I can say immediately that it seems like we're gonna have Angie as our detective. Which is fucking hilarious. We're Detective Conaning this shit by having Angie be our detective for this game, I feel. But, you know, fine. So, I already felt all the sadness I could at my parents' death. The next notion that rose up inside me was the desire to check and see what everyone else was. Was the desire to check and see that everyone else was okay. In that instant, Angie heard a scraping sound. I think she must have imagined it. She was about to relax when she heard the sound once more. It was probably coming from the door. Someone was clawing at the door from the outside. Of course, she had no way of knowing who it was. However, for some reason, she was sure that was the black... However, for some reason, she was sure that it was that black cat scratching at the door. Wow, that took me way too many attempts to get right. Okay, do we get an update on the characters yet? No. The black cat was telling her to leave this room. Angie understood and put her hand on the doorknob. I immediately noticed something odd. The door was locked. The same bad feeling I had felt after being locked in the parlor crawled in my spine. However, I don't like the time in the parlor. This door unlocked itself easily when I turned the knob. And we start once again with a locked room. Bernie, are you just gonna ape off of what like Beto does? Is that what you were doing this time? I unlocked it and slowly opened the door. Beyond the door, I could see the dimly lit hallway and a cat dashing down it away from me. Then it stopped, its emerald eyes glittering in the darkness, as though it was waiting for me to follow. The hallway was dark and dominated by an eerie silence. When the black cat saw that I was coming, it walked forward as if guiding me. I could hear nothing except the creaking of the floor, the jingling of the cat's bell, and the howling of the storm outside. I think my face fucking broke. God damn it. There we go. The party is being held in the hall. I should be able to hear at least a little of the noise from this hallway. Maybe it got really late while I was passed out in the dining hall. It was a reasonable conclusion. Then we finally reached the main hall. The hall was frigid, and no trace of that party atmosphere remained. Could all of that fun have been just an illusion? The black cat's bell rang out. When I looked up, I saw it had its feet on the stairway to the second floor, urging me to follow it. Are we going up to the second floor? Black cat seemed to nod, then silently ascended the stairs. Guess we're allowed to go wherever they wanted on the first floor. The second floor was Uncle Krause's family house. I remember getting in trouble for trying to go up there. However, at that moment, I couldn't think of any options, other than following that cat. I walked along the dark hallway with a black cat. Eventually reached one of the doors. The black cat scratched at the door and then turned to look at me. Must have been telling me to open it, just like the omake. Yeah, I was thinking about that too. This is we weren't allowed to go upstairs before, and now we are here. This is a bit interesting. Must have been telling me to open it up. So let's see. Currently we have 6 bodies in the dining hall. We've gone up to the second floor now. Okay. I'll open up for you. I put my hand on the doorknob and felt the resistance to the lock again. Want to check at the end? Oh, I definitely will. If I'm allowed to go upstairs now, that'd be cool, but I have my doubts. This door is locked. I turned around to tell the cat this, but inexplicably, a single key lay right in front of the cat. Angie picked it up and stuck it in the keyhole. It was then that she finally noticed a strange sensation on her fingertips. Blood. Somehow, Angie's fingertips were stained red with blood. She let out a short cry and dropped the key that she had just removed from the keyhole. She finally realized, in the darkness she hadn't noticed before. The black cat's key was covered with blood. The emotions that had gone numb and Angie sprang back. A terrified scream rang out through the dark hallway. Even so, Angie would eventually open this door. That door led to Natsu's room. Natsu's room was a terrible mess. Blankets and sheets were torn. Cosmetic and books lay all over the place, as though a typhoon had just ripped through it. And there were the corpses. Natsui and Krause's corpses lay sprawled on the floor. Very shortly, Angie would step into this room. She would then scream in terror once more. And it isn't just the dining hall in Natsui's room. In the stormy rose garden, Chan's corpse lies exposed to the rain. Hurry down the path to the rose garden is Jessica's corpse. When she finds out, she'll probably dash crying and screaming to the guest house. 2 corpses outside, 2 corpses on the second floor, 6 corpses in the dining room. And death awaits her inside the guest house as well. Just inside the front door is Nanjo's corpse. In the certain room nearby, even Goda and Kumasawa lay dead. The total number of corpses is 13. A full 13 corpses are waiting for Angie. They wait in the mansion, the guest house, on this desolate Rokujima. For Angie, exposed to the wind and rain and tormented by thunder, to find them. And so begins the final game. You're kind of getting that feeling that this is designed by Bernie to torment Angie. Possibly, almost certainly, but also... now it's time to fucking pay attention to everything. This is gonna harm my brain, probably. Now, here's a question that I immediately have to think about. What rule set are we working under? Are we working under Nox's rules? Van Dyne's rules? Are we working under no rules whatsoever and everything's possible? Like, immediately those are my questions that I'm wondering about. Because if we're working under, like, there are certain restrictions that can be taken in place, and that'll help us a bit. The tragedy of the first twilight was discovered at 6 a.m. in the morning on the following day. And I'm going to just quickly get a drink because I'm gonna get a drink because I'm gonna need it in this case. Yeah, hopefully it just Nox's rules. Hopefully it's just those. Anyway, gonna get a drink, gonna use the bathroom, and then we're really gonna start with figuring this shit out. Ugh. Yeah, gonna have to figure out how the shit works. What rules we're working by, how much, like, because this is a mystery story, so gotta figure out how much of a mystery we're working with. So let's figure this out. The tragedy of the first twilight was discovered at 6 a.m. in the morning on the following day. Goda, who had woken up to get breakfast ready, went to check on the adult siblings who had remained in the dining hall since the previous night because of the family conference.
死体発見時のこと話してくれ。
Talk about when you discovered the crime.
食堂は施錠されていました。
What the fuck? The dining hall was locked up. Of course there's a lock on the doors to the dining hall, but they usually remained locked.
普段施
Unlocked,
錠
I
する
mean.
ことなどありません。
Dining hall was locked up.
ノックしたのですが、返事
I knocked, but there was no answer.
そこに私が来たのです。
That's when I arrived. I heard that he tried unlocking the door just in
鍵を
case.
開けてみたらと勧めたのです。
マスターキーで扉を開けると、
And I locked the door with the master
恐ろし
key.
いことに
Terrifying sight awaited me.
エヴァ様、秀吉様、ルドルフ様、
Eva-sama, Hideyoshi-sama, Runo-sama, Kirei-sama, Rosa-sama, and Genji-san.
計6人が
Six of you all were lying there covered in blood.
でございます。
それであとは大騒ぎだ。
A great tumult followed. Everyone gathered in the dining hall. Okay, let's see what we got here. Crime happened at 6 a.m. I'm gonna take the purple to mean facts of the matter right now. The dining hall was locked up when it was discovered by Koda. Kumasawa arrived after Goda. Goda was the one who unlocked the door. Everyone gathered in the dining hall, the place of the crime, correct? Correct.
思い出したくもありません。
I don't want to remember
そ
it.
れぞれの親
The sight of all the sobbing children crouched over the corpse of their own parents.
子供たち。ひょっとしたら生きているかもと。
There was a chance he might have still been alive. Everyone shaking from them desperately.
しかし、ダメ
But it was no use.
お子様方は
Death of each parent was confirmed by their own child.
間
By their own child.
違いなく死んでいることを確認なさいました。
Interesting. She's taking out the doctor detail or one person's lying detail. Quite interesting.
僕と南條先生は源氏様が死んでいることを確認しました。
Adding even more people to confirm that others are dead. Dr. Nanjo and I confirmed that Genji-sama was dead.
むごたらしい殺され方
It was such a terrible way to be killed.
私でなくて
Dr. Not. No one examining body reached the wrong conclusion. Huh. I wonder if that implies... Okay, so... Huh. Interesting. No one examining body reached the wrong conclusion. Well, it doesn't completely discard the possibility of multiple people working together entirely, but it does increase the likelihood that there's only one true culprit. Instead of anyone working together, like sometimes happens.
Looks like all the victims died instantly.
食堂内を調べた結果、扉も窓も全て施錠され、
After inspecting the interior of the dining hall, we determined that all of the doors and windows had been locked, making it a locked room.
そして食堂内から
And nothing suspicious was found inside the dining hall. Everyone died instantly. No one died over time, so there is no long-term poisoning effect. No one examining the body will ever come to the wrong conclusion. So if anyone says a person is dead, they can't be mistakenly alive. If they are alive, that means that person knows for a fact they are alive. Okay. All doors and windows have been locked, making it into a locked room. Of course, there's no hiding in the dining hall either. Naturally. All of us are here right now. It's clear that no one is hiding. But Dad, if that's true, it doesn't make sense. 6 people were killed in the dining hall locked room. How could someone have killed them and escaped? Okay. So currently we're on the Master Keys, which is always a fucking problem. I started off chapter 5 and sitting somewhere inside in the parlor. Look, it was a reasonable thing to say. But, interesting. So we're back on the Master Key theory from way back when. No one's confirmed yet if all the... Let's see, who died in here again? It was... Hideyoshi, Eva, Rudolph, Kirei, Rosa, and Genji. Genji's the only person who should have... Genji's the only person who should have a Master Key of those amounts. I'd rather not think of it. Perhaps servants to the Master Keys are the most suspicious. But perhaps the servants to the Master Key are the most suspicious. They killed the 6th, then left and locked the door with their Master Keys. Interesting enough, also, the instant death puts off any theories saying that anyone in the room killed everyone, then locked the door and killed themselves. So that's out of the window right now. It is a logical theory. That's absurd! There's no chance of the culprit hiding inside the dining hall. I'm gonna assume we're working under not Van Dyne. I'm gonna assume we're working under the Nox's Decalogue right now. So I'm not gonna assume there's any potential for any hidden route shenanigans right now. There's no chance of the culprit hiding inside the dining hall. It made sense to assume the culprit had locked their door after committing a murder and exiting the room. It's only natural that servants with their Master Keys would fall under suspicion. The one absurd thing that comes to mind immediately is saying, oh, maybe someone set up a really tall ladder and fucking went up and down the chimney. That's like the only thing I have right now where it's like, theoretically, sure. Realistically, fuck no. This is also the only room that could possibly have that happen, but I don't know enough about chimneys to know if it's possible to, like, for anyone to go up and down the chimney with, like, a giant ladder, or even just with their own strength. Sadly enough, none of the servants had an alibi. How would they get the ladder out? I mean, I know you don't need a ladder to go up and down a chimney. You can actually, if you're strong enough, you can just climb up one and shuffle slowly. It's not a good idea, but it's something that could happen. Considering the last 2 episodes, do you think you got the dining room figured out? Damn, already? I mean, my suggestion is currently either the culprit used the chimney, one of the people in the room is dead but isn't known, but one of the people who inspected the body lied about it, or a key has been stolen and is being used. Then again, it wasn't only the servants. Everyone else lacked an alibi as well. Is there any way to lock up from the outside without a master key?
存在しない。
No, there isn't.
これじゃ
That's not enough.
赤き真実
I'll say it with the red truth.
すべての扉に
All doors can only be locked or unlocked with a master
マ
key.
スターキーでしか行えない。もちろん
Of course, it is possible to lock or unlock doors inside the room even without a master key.
施錠解錠が可能。だそうよ。
Yeah, the wording of no one can be mistaken in identifying a corpse does allow for lying. Yeah. Like, it was in conclusion I reached this already as well, Victor, where it's unlikely because of the sheer amount of people we got involved, but it's not utterly impossible, you know? If Genji's actually alive, then that means that if any of the parents are alive, that means their relevant child has to have lied about them being dead. If Genji is alive, that means that that Kanon and Nanjo have lied and understand that he's alive. That's the current situation we're in.
There you have it. Any other questions?
マスターキーの他
Shouldn't there be key seats in the room in addition to the master
鍵が
keys?
あるはずでは
I hope the fuck not. That makes things complicated as shit.
本来なら存在するわね。
Normally, those would exist. However, they make the game more complicated, so I eliminate them.
排除させてもらったわ。
You know what? I approve of that decision. I don't want to have to think about all those fuckers. There's too many of this shit.
赤き真実。
Red truth.
マスターキー
In this game, we'll consider master keys the only keys that
存在しない
exist.
こととする。
In other words,
このゲームに登場する
all the locks that appear in this game can only be locked or unlocked by master keys.
閉めができないってわけか。
そうなるわね。
That's how it is. It really is a simple game.
となれば
In that case, we should now check the number of master keys and who holds them.
所持者を確定せねばな。
マスターキーは合計
There are 5 master keys total.
5人の使用
One is held by each of the 5 servants.
を持ってる。
Also, clarification. I need to ask this because it's important. Is Shannon and Kanon different people in this one? Like, I actually, like, unironically, Bernie, I kind of want to know because that... Like, I know everyone agrees right now. The next step for Najo was no one examining body would come to the wrong conclusion. Yeah, which doesn't eliminate lying at all. What the fuck? Oh yeah, Kenzu's gone because he's actually dead, right? The keys will be managed by a particular method. The servants keep the master keys on their person at all times. It's impossible to be stolen, handed over, or used by any human other than themselves. Strange rule. Oh, what the heck? I was saying let's not keys are more like fingerprinting system. Yeah, I agree there. Makes it even more complicated. So in this case, Genji's key... Basically what's being said here is Genji's key could not be used by anyone but Genji. Kanon's key can't be used by anyone but Kanon, and so on and so forth. So that means for the door to be locked, they either need to be involved in the crime, unaware of their involvement in the crime, and or complicit in the crime. Okay. That's an interesting metaphor. In other words, in this world of the game, it is the master keys and the 5 servants themselves that can unlock or unlock doors.
使用人5人にしか開閉はできぬというわけだ。
The driver retrieved Genji-san's master key but had no luck. Grand Tribulaon, we destroyed Genji's master key. Huh. That's... okay. This was the crime of the first Twilight. The scene was a fully locked room with a dining hall. None of the servants holding master keys have alibis. Then again, no one else has an alibi either. Actually, that presents a very interesting issue. Okay, let's think about this logically for a second, okay? In the room, we have Eva, Hideyoshi, Rudolph, Kirei, Rosa, and Genji. Of these 6, the only one who can close the door from the outside is Genji. However, because that is irrelevant in this case, because the room was discovered to be locked, and anyone inside any of the rooms can lock them as they wish. So that doesn't eliminate any suspects currently effectively. Great. At the minute, effectively, everyone is alive and everyone is the culprit. This is not a good place to start off with, frankly. Question, Balor and Beto are the detective or is it Angie? A very good question, because whoever the detective is, we can take off our suspicion list. I think it's probably going to be Angie who's the detective, but I'm not entirely sure, obviously. But right now, our problem is, knowing every other trick we have from the previous episodes, we are in a screwy position where no one is technically dead, or dead enough. Because the people who identified them could all be lying, or any one of them could be lying about who's actually dead, meaning we don't really have the ability to. And if any of the people in the room were alive, that doesn't mean any of the servants are more under suspicion than anyone else. If everyone in the room was truly dead and no one is alive, then that means only the servants could have done it. If any of the ones in the room are actually alive and one of the people who inspected bodies was lying, that means everyone is equally suspicious. That's a tad painful of a start. No real way to figure anything out from this beginning at all. Everyone returned to the parlor to discuss what should be done next. The phones were out, so they couldn't contact the police. Was the mysterious cobra hiding away somewhere, planning to attack the next victim at this very moment? Or is Cobra in here with them, mentally sticking out their tongue and tasting the next prey? None of them had alibis, so it's possible for any one of them to be the culprit. However, that tense feeling didn't last long. By midday, everyone got tired of arguing and they decided to take a break. Kraus and Natsuki announced they wanted to talk with each other alone and went up to the second floor. Let's double check something here. The death of each parent was confirmed by their own children. So Eva and Hideyoshi were confirmed by George, Rudolph and Kiri were confirmed by... Interesting. I'm thinking about it a bit more, and logically speaking, there's actually no way for... I don't think Rudolph, Jessica, or Natsuki could be the culprit then. Because let's think about it. The situation is either everyone in the room was killed and then the room was locked from the outside, or one or multiple people inside the room are alive and the people who inspected the body are lying. The issue... Actually, no, I think we can include... No, I can only conclude those three. Because at the minute, you go... You mean Kraus? Yeah, that's what I meant, sorry. Because you have Balor inspects Rudolph and Kirei, George inspects Eva and Hideyoshi, Maria inspects Rosa, and Genji is inspected by Kennen and Nanjo. So that means people who didn't inspect a body in this case are... The only people who didn't inspect the body, let's double check the characters. The people who didn't inspect the body are Kraus, Natsuki, and Jessica, because they are alive. So yeah, we can knock off these three from any suspicion, because they never inspected a body and they have no means to locking the door from the outside by themselves. So that currently means that we can knock them off suspicion unless they're cooperating with any of the servants, which, while not impossible, does lower their probability of being culprits by a good margin. That paved the way for everyone else to start going their separate ways, some breaking away to head to the bathroom, others to gaze at the endless rain. And I will be working under an assumption, by the way, for who are we eliminating? I'm going to currently eliminate from my culprit list Kraus, Natsui, and Jessica. None of them inspected a body, and so I trust them more than the others. I do believe it is possible if they work with one of the servants to lock the door from the outside, but otherwise it would be impossible for any of those three to be someone who committed the murders, because they lack anyone on the inside to lock the door for them. They did not have the chance to misinform about a death, and they cannot, so that leaves them fine for now. You don't think that's logically sound? Again, I'm not sure what rules we're working under. Part of Nox's rules is that there's only one culprit, for fuck's sake. Like, so this is a bit shitty. Oh no, in this, they can't have Genji's key. I didn't know, you might have missed this, but in this game, we'll consider master keys. The servants keep the master keys on the person at all times, so it is impossible for them to be stolen, hand over, used by any other humans than themselves. So literally, the keys can't be stolen. You need a servant to be able to use it. Also, Genji's key was fucking destroyed in a furnace, so kind of irrelevant. But he's dead. We tried to retrieve Genji-san's master key, but had no luck. They can't use it. And Beatrice even says, in the world of this game, it is the master key of the 5 servants themselves that can unlock or lock doors. Why in the fuck did they destroy? Because they couldn't get his keys. That paved the way for everyone else to start going the separate ways, some breaking away to head to the bathroom and others to gaze at the endless rain. However, no matter how much time passed, Kraus and Nachi were the only ones who didn't return. Calls were sent to both Kraus and Nachi's room using the extension phone line, but there was no answer. Something must have happened. Everyone headed Kraus and Nachi's room together, and in Nachi's room they found Kraus and Nachi lying sprawled on the floor. Interesting. Madame's room was locked! It's just like the dining hall! After getting everyone's permission, I unlocked the door. Kraus-sama and Nachi-sama lay sprawled on the floor inside the room. Interesting. How Nanjo checked their posts. You know, that is... Ah, yes, the most reliable thing! Dr. Nanjo! That's quite something to read. So, the two who are together, Kraus and Natsui, then Shannon, Jessica, Nanjo, Goda, and Kumasawa. Huh. Dr. Nanjo checked their posts. Then he announced that the two of them had died instantly. So who's left? Oh, yeah, fine, save. Why don't I? George? Right? George wasn't announced dead in that. George, Battler, Maria, Angie, and Cannon. 5 people were left alive in the end. Though I noticed in this one, Angie's been taken out, interesting enough, so maybe I don't count Angie. Correct. Was Rosa dead? Yep, she was dead in the first 6. I confirmed both of their deaths. There can be no doubt that they died instantly.
何かの手がかりがないか部屋中を探し回ったよ。
I searched all over the room looking for a
そ
clue.
の結果
And I found out the windows and doors were all locked and you can't lock the room.
密室だったことが分かった。
And currently we point to Genji because so far... Okay, so that means currently we have a... Currently we have a trio of murderers then, potentially. We have Genji, Nanjo, and Kanon working together. Kanon and Nanjo identify Genji's body lying about his state of life. Genji is the one who locks the room from the inside. Genji, then Kanon goes, kills Kraus and Natsui, locks the room from the outside. That's really simple so far, and Nanjo dies eventually, so it's even works decently well.
またしても密室。
Another locked room! Though this is Nox's deck log, there can only be one culprit. Yes, which is why this makes things very fucking complicated. And currently lands us in Kanon did it territory.
またしてもマスターキーを持つ私たちが疑われることに。
And again, we servants who have master keys we suspected!
しかしご安心
I
を
have no fear!
奥様に
How
疑
about
われ
him
ていた
again to
私
suspect
た
us?
ち
We start keeping eye on each
お
other!
互いを見張り合っていたのです
Oh shit. This is gonna make my life harder.
私たち使用人
I was servants
全員
together the whole
常
time!
に一緒におりました。
The fuck did I say?
僕たち使用人全員それぞれが使
All
用
the
人
servants can prove an alibi for all the other servants.
こりゃ面白い
Now that's interesting! So you're saying that this locked room is even more perfect.
最初の密室には
In the case of the first locked room, no one had an alibi.
そして今度
So
の
for
密
this
室
locked room, all of them have
全員に
alibis.
アリバイがあることになっている。
この世界では
In this world, the servants themselves are living master
生きたマ
keys.
スターキーとなっているその使用人
As long as your servants have perfect alibis, locking Natsui's room is impossible.
夏日の部屋の施錠は不可能だぞ
Everyone headed to the room together, and in Natsui's room they found Kraus and Natsui lying sprawled on the floor. All the servants were together before this point. Everyone else could be anywhere at this point. The servants could be lying. It would have to be the entirety of the servants lying in this case then. Why is it important that Shannon was the one who unlocked the door? Why is that given purple text? Goda says the room was locked, then Shannon's the one who unlocked the door. Why is that important? Why would that be important? Why is it important that the door was unlocked? By Shannon, specifically. Everyone arrives. Goda tries opening the door. The door does not open. Shannon goes to unlock the door, finding dead bodies inside. Decided to preserve the crime scene as it was.
外からガムテ
We put duct tape all over the outside the doors and windows, sealing them.
きっとこの部屋に
I'm sure the culprit left some sort of clue in this room.
警察が来るまで
Make sure that no one be able to enter or leave until the police
できな
arrived.
いようにした
隣食堂も同じだ
Then we did the same to the dining hall.
俺たちはさらに
We also sealed the dining hall in the same
食堂
way.
に封印した
そもそも
Raising a loser, the entire mansion itself should be preserved.
屋敷自体にも
We also did the mansion itself, and all of us took refuge in the guest house.
ゲストハウスへ避難しました
Interesting. very, very interesting.
戦隊に封印
I see Carrie's having a problem with how everyone's behaving again. They seal the whole mansion?
窓全部をベタ
Duct tape on all the windows.
はしごをかけ
They
て
even use a ladder for the windows on the third floor?
ゲームが複雑
The game would get complicated otherwise, so I've simplified it.
すべての窓に
All the windows have steel bars on them, so it's impossible to enter or leave by them.
窓からの出入りは不可能であるよって
Therefore,
玄関と裏口
let's say that they can seal the whole mansion by sealing the two doors, the front one and the back one.
封印できることにする
なるほどな
Ah, got it. That makes it easy.
どう考える
What do you think?
夏日おばさんの部屋に
Actually, killing the two people not Nazi room would be easy.
ノックをして
Someone just had to knock and get them to open the door. Yeah, getting in is always the easy part.
しかし
However, they couldn't lock
そ
it
の後に
afterwards.
施錠ができない
施錠は使用人にしか
Only the servants can lock doors.
使用人全
But all
員
the servants have
アリバイ
alibis.
があるぞ
使用人全員がグルって
Unless the servants are all in unless the servants are all in it together.
俺はそれより
Or born on the first trial is me
第
suspicious.
一の番をまだ疑ってるぜ
食堂で死んでいた6
You think that one of the 6 who died in the dining room was actually alive and committed the crime?
という
エリカの影響
It's because of Erica.
どうにも
Can't be suspicious when people are examining corpses.
謎にはなれね
Oh god, they're really blowing up everything now. It just feels so fucking weird.
つまり最初
So, do you think that one of the first 6 victims was alive?
誰かが生きていた
えあ
Yeah.
あそしてその
Afterwards, they killed Kraus and Natsui.
クラウス夫妻を殺したそして内側から
Then they locked the door from the inside, hid inside the room, and found a good chance to escape.
木を見て逃げ出したんだ
筋の通った推理
That theory does make logical sense.
赤で語るわ
I'll say it in red.
第一の
The girl of the first trial has definitely killed 6 people.
確実に6人を殺している
ならばわらわも青き真実で追
I
求
thought we weren't taking any of the blue truth this time. Am I going crazy or was that said? Also, that's a very specific thing to say. The girl of the first trial had definitely killed 6 people. Yeah, that doesn't... That really doesn't mean fucking anything overall, but okay.
密室の正体はこうだ
Hell, even that statement said doesn't actually mean anything. Actually, wait, that statement's fucking meaningless. Hold on a fucking second. Wait, yeah, no, wait a second. The Crow of the first Twilight has definitely killed 6 people. That means goddamn nothing. That just means that... hold on, what that mean? Okay, more specifically, what that means is that at the second Twilight, 6 people were killed by the first culprit, which does mean that, well, it means that 2 people could be alive in that room instead, right? If a culprit kills 4 people in the first Twilight, if 2 people are alive in the first room, that leaves 4 dead. Then, during the second Twilight, 2 more are killed. That leaves us with 6 people dead still, and the culprit of the first Twilight still killing 6 people. That's all fine. Then I'll take a shot with the blue truth. Here's the true nature of this locked room.
犯人は内側
The girl locked the door from the inside, then hid in Natsui's
部屋
room.
内に隠れていたのだそして
Then, after everyone left, they found an opportunity to escape.
木を見て脱出した
いいわ赤で否定す
Sure,
る
I'll deny that in red.
一同は
The group sealed the room at the same time they
部屋を
left.
封印したその体質
No culprit joined the group as they left.
そして
Also, all the seals in Natsui's room, the dining hall, the mansion itself will never be
封
broken.
印は決して破られることはない ってことはつ
In
ま
other
り
words, Candy's that trick where they hide under the bed and slip out later.
後でこっそり抜け出すというトリックは使えないってことなのね。
I'll be honest, I never was planning on using that trick. Also, there's nothing about them In fact, actually, they sealed the dining room at the time they left. They did. Which, interestingly enough, actually provides a bit of a problem because obviously they can't seal the dining room from the inside then leave the dining room without having issues, especially because there's bars in the room, which means that when they sealed the dining room, it's entirely plausible that they never went into the dining room to see if anyone was missing. As stupid as that might sound, it's not impossible thus far. Interesting. Nice going, Burnkistel.
どうも。
Thanks. That was the crime of the second Twilight. The scene was Nachi's fully locked room. This time, all the servants and Master Keys have alibis. The whole group, realizing dangers being inside the mansion, took shelter in the guest house. So whoever kills the people in the third Twilight has to be in the guest house. Question. Can they use Kinzo's tunnel to Kuadorian? Or is that disallowed? A good question. I am not sure. All those who took refuge in the guest house decided to hole up in there until the typhoon passed. There, if everyone watched everyone else, they would be able to prevent further crimes both from inside and outside. However, they couldn't do that without any break as the typhoon passed. Once again, their action left a weak point open and they were faced with another tragedy. Shannon and Kanekun went outside on air and still haven't come back. George-san got upset, so we all went outside to look for them. We found Shannon hiding there in the rose garden. Oh, poor Shannon-san. I prayed that she was alive. However, I was forced to acknowledge that she was dead. Of course, I've also examined and confirmed her death. The two of them were left and we were busy checking the logs around the guest house. So now one of us has an alibi. Me? Kill her? How could I have killed her? Yeah, Judge Oni-chan couldn't kill her. Later on, we learned that George Nissan alone had an alibi. I feel like I want to finish up this part of the game so I can get all my hints. Then I'm going to have to actually like spend the next 2 days before Saturday thinking about this shit, and I'm going to fucking break down. I'm going to be my own goddamn logic error until I figure out this shit. It's not even a logic error, just fucking puzzles. George acknowledges she's dead. Nanjo acknowledges she's dead. At least Garden Shannon's death was Pastor George Nissan to be the murderer.
逆に言えば
Turn around.
ジョージの兄貴以外なら
Anyone could have killed her besides George Aniki.
殺したわけだ犯人に悪用されるのを防ぐた
To
め
prevent the cover from using it for any mischief, be sure the Master Key Shannon-san held on the
その場
spot.
で破壊しました
I'm just imagining, by the way, that they have like a laser beam specifically designed to destroy Master Keys. They just take out a fucking every one of them has a laser gun and just for destroying Master Keys. Don't worry, guys. I'll use my Master Key destroying laser. That way the Cobra will never use it. Goto uses laser eyes. No, they use laser guns. That's how they do it, Carrie. Nope. I've confirmed it. There's my red truth for this game. My one and only red truth I get to use retroactively. They use laser eyes. They have laser guns just for destroying keys. Great equalizer is the I feel especially fun. Do superpowers count as unusual scientific devices? At the time Shannon's killed, Cannon goes missing forever. From now on, Cannon's treated as having been killed. Also, Cannon's Master Key is treated as having been destroyed. Well, it'd be tasty to go into it, so I won't. But, you know, Shannon said we didn't really expect anything else.
つまり
I see. So we were working... Wait, hold on. Wait, are you saying we were actually... Okay. Hold on, that's a big fucking thing. Okay, that's actually really big. Huh. So, that means with 100% certainty then that... Huh. Interesting. So they were one person in this game too. That's... interesting. So despite everything, Shannon and Cannon are one person in this game. In other words, we can say that Shannon and Cannon were killed at the same time, even though we're missing a corpse.
という解釈でよい。
That's right.
順調に事件が
Looks like crimes are moving along. This was a crime of the fourth twilight. The scene was the Rose Garden. There are no locks or doors. But it's an unlocked room. So the Master Keys no longer have anything to do with this. Then the pace of the crimes began to accelerate. Fifth and sixth twilights. The group took shelter in the guest house. They carefully sealed all the doors and windows, sealing themselves in a locked room. However, several locked room murders had already occurred. Could locking themselves in a locked room do anything more than invite another tragedy? After arguing fiercely in a cousin's room about finding the culprit, they decided to go to the server room to double check the testimonies of Nanjo, Kumasawa, and Goda. And there, they learned that that a tragedy occurred once more. So they went to the servant room.
ゴーダさんも熊沢さんも
Judging by the wounds,
この傷では
Goda-san and Kumasawa-san died instantly, I believe.
むごたらしいし
Such a gruesome way to die.
この傷で生きてるわけ
I totally could survive after this!
死んでるよ
Goda-san and Kumasawa-san are both dead! Interesting, we got two people confirming deaths. Okay.
戸締まり確認とか見回りとかいろいろあったからな
Well, we have been busy keeping lookout and locking it up and all that.
今回もまた俺
Once again, none of us have an alibi.
そんなことはないよ
That's not true. Look, considering the way they were killed, the crowd would definitely get blood splatters on themselves. Interesting. But Nanjo, now the cousins had no blood on them!
私たち全員はつまりいとこ4人と南條先生には
All of us! In other words, like 4 cousin Dr. Nanjo could have killed Goda-san and Kumasawa-san! In that case, it's clear the culprit is someone other than us. I guess that someone might have snuck in, so I checked around, but the guest house was so completely locked up. Perhaps the culprit has a master key after all. That's impossible! No master key exists anymore except the 2 keys on the 2 people who lie dead here.
現存する2本のマスターキーが
Since 2 master keys exist, are here inside a guest house?
ゲストハウスは
That makes this guest house a perfect locked room! Interesting. This room wasn't locked. Very interesting. So, at the stage when the last 2 servants are killed... Oh yeah, no, I'm happy they're talking about that. So, at the last stage when people are killed, the room was not locked up. That's very interesting. So, in theory now, if there is another locked room that appears, that means that one of the servants had to be a culprit. Otherwise, this entire scenario becomes impossible. Well, since someone said it obviously wasn't perfect. This was a crime of the 5th and 6th Twilights. The scene was a locked room known as the guest house. Goda and Kumasawa's master keys were also destroyed, meaning that all master keys had now been lost. Now, no one could break into this locked room guest house. At least that should have been true. Seventh Twilight. This time, Dr. Nanjo was the one who was killed. He was killed in the entrance hall of the guest house. It is far too foolish of him to come here alone to check that everything was locked. He's dead! He's been killed! Even I can say for sure that this was an instant death. Everything is locked up perfectly! How'd it happen if this is a locked room? And then that means the culprit is one of us! Impossible! Stanley Strong and Maria Ballard, George Nisa and I all could have killed Dr. Nanjo! Well, that's blatantly not true. One of you had to kill Dr. Nanjo. Or he's not actually dead. In the first place, no one could kill Dr. Nanjo inside the guest house. That is... No? Maybe? Okay, so... If Dr. Nanjo isn't actually dead, then yeah, you've got a point there. No doubt about it, but... If Dr. Nanjo is actually dead, then that's straight up incorrect. And look at this! Quote, this is proof that Dr. Nanjo didn't leave the guest house. Then that means someone could kill Dr. Nanjo, right? So why was he killed? No one could answer that instant question. This was the 7th Twilight. Once again, the crime scene was that locked room known as the guest house. Various bits of evidence made this crime scene seem even more impossible. He's dead. Does that mean he's not dead? So the thing is, for George to be correct, the only way George can be correct about this is if Nanjo is actually alive. Otherwise, he's straight up wrong. So either, if Nanjo is... Oh god, am I gonna fucking have to think about Hembo's Raven here because... Oh, god damn it. If Nanjo is dead... Oh god, so if Nanjo is dead, then that means George is wrong, and that means, I guess he's lying, which... Fine. If George is lying, then so is Jessica lying. So they're either both lying or they're both telling the truth, but... So the state of Jessica and George's innocence depends entirely on if Dr. Nanjo is alive right now, essentially. Various bits of evidence made this crime seem even more impossible. Then the tragedy reached its 8th twilight, the final one. By now, it was clear that holding up wouldn't keep him safe. Jessica might have chosen anger as a way to numb her fear. She flew out of the guest house in a rage, searching a murder that she was sure was hiding somewhere. George, Ballard, and Maria hurriedly chased after her. Then, outside the building, they found Jessica lying on the ground. Oh, fuck. It was, as anyone could tell by looking, a gruesome corpse. Poor Jessica's son, he probably died instantly. There's no way she could live through this. The three of us were together the whole time. George, Aniki, Maria, and I couldn't have killed Jessica. Fuck. This is getting complicated. I'm gonna be thinking about this for days. Yeah, the three of us could have killed Jessica. As if Maria-chan could kill anyone. Maria-chan couldn't kill anyone. Well, I suppose you could think that. Thanks. Jojoni-chan couldn't kill an adult. So that means he could kill Jessica. And, Yo, kid though. So that means George... Okay, serious question here. Are we talking about George in the sense of, hey, Shannon is 16 years old, or hey, Shannon is actually 19 years old? That's rather important here, I'll be honest, because, like, if Shannon is 19 years old, if we're working with Shannon as a 19-year-old, then yeah, George possibly couldn't kill her. But if Shannon is... Fuck. And Jessica is... Technically, 16 is probably an adult in Japan. Please, someone clarify that. That's actually going to be important. I won't consider that a spoiler. Please clarify. Is 16 an adult in Japan? I don't understand at all. What the hell is going on here? This was the 8th twilight. The crime scene was outside. However, the three who chased after Jessica have alibis. George, Ballard, and Maria couldn't have killed Jessica. So, is there really someone hiding in this island apart from the Ushiramiya family? No. The curtain is lowered in this tale for now. You say that George has an alibi again? I need to check.
これで私の物語はおしまいよ。
For Shannon, that is. Ballard said anyone could have killed her besides George Aniki. And Jessica both said that it was impossible for George to have been the killer. Well, that's all for my tale.
It's pretty well made. It had a full-on reader. It stand up against Speedo's games.
それは認めるぜ。
I agree there.
よくできてたな。
You did a good job.
ここから
Well, the real work comes from taking this, reading it, and making it worthy of proper theater going.
しかし、何が何だかさ。
Still, I'm stumped.
まともに考
On the
え
face of it, the culprit has to be some mysterious person outside the Ushimiya family.
謎の人物ってことになっちまう。
それは魔女を認める
And that would be the same as acknowledging the existence of a witch. You'll get a chance to ruin by that, you mean you'll get in-game tools to review. Oh, thank fuck. That's gonna make things harder, I feel.
他にも犯人に協力する
We could also suspect the existence of accomplices aiding the culprit.
そもそも
In the first place, what was that purple text all about? Oh, good, we're acknowledging that question. Good, I was worried.
新しいルール。
A new rule? I call them purple statements. It's a rule I made to make the story a bit easier to follow. Just think of a purple statement as important spoken statements. In other words, you might be able to ignore the spoken statements that aren't purple. Oh,
そりゃ親切
now that's nice of you.
では
Another purple statement is as reliable as the red truth.
真実に準ずるの
Yes. You can think of that purple statement as having the same power as the red truth. Oh, that makes things complicated as fuck. However, there's one exception. The culprit can tell lies with purple statements. I see.
逆に言え
Turn around, anyone who isn't a
犯人
culprit
以
can't
外
tell
は嘘を
lies.
つけないってわけか。
紫の発言
Purple statements.
はどうやら
Yeah,
ベルンカステル
that makes this entire thing very fucking complicated. Oh, Jesus Christ, this makes everything complicated as fuck. I feel like I'm gonna need to get out a fucking board solely for this puzzle. Because I gotta fucking ask the question, who can tell lies? If a person doesn't tell lies, is there a contradiction? Ah, fuck me. So we have a liar game too. Essentially, yeah. This is a big-ass liar game in some ways. Facing the key to Lady Brinkaso's game, we need to find contradictions. Yep. That's gonna be the most important thing here, is finding contradictive statements. Asking ourselves, if both people are telling the truths, is this a contradiction? If yes, then one of them must be a liar. Yeah, that's right. I'll explain the rules for my game. The definition of culprit is one who murders. Okay. It's possible for a culprit to lie. It's possible for a culprit to lie even before committing murder. A person must commit murder to be able to lie, but they do not need to have committed murder to lie. Interesting. Very... So if someone kills someone at any point in the story, then that makes them into a culprit, and that means any statement they made beforehand can be a lie. Characters who are not culprits only speak the truth. So anyone who never kills can always speak the truth. Characters who are not culprits cannot cooperate with the culprit. So if a person hasn't murdered another, then they cannot work with someone who... So if you have never murdered anyone, you cannot work with someone who has murdered someone. A culprit must carry out all murders directly by their own hands. So a culprit must be someone who is physically capable of doing the murder. A culprit must not die. And there we get a very interesting bit. Okay. Very interesting. So, if there is more than one culprit, either one person who was presumed dead isn't actually dead and is alive, or no one who died was actually a culprit. Well, it doesn't narrow it down because we have multiple statements about people claiming that X is dead. So that matters a lot in this case. If that person was claiming X is actually alive, then that is fine, because then that person who's not dead can be a culprit. That... interesting. The truly dead must be a culprit. A culprit must be among the characters appearing in the story. Purple statements are as absolute as red truths. However, a culprit can lie with purple statements. That's all. The definition of a culprit is one who murders. Makes sense. It is possible for a culprit to lie. That seems reasonable enough too. It is possible to lie even before committing murder. Oh, no surprises there. Characters who are not culprits only speak the truth. That is one we should be grateful for.
Characters who are not culprits cannot cooperate with the culprit, right?
So, the culprit can't use any accomplices to create an alibi. Well, no, technically incorrect there, Beatrice. A culprit can use an accomplice to create an alibi. It's just that accomplice must either have done a murder or plans to do a murder. So accomplices are possible, but an accomplice must be someone who has already stated or has also killed someone or will kill someone. Damn. I guess it was that someone manufactured an alibi to cover the culprit, but too bad for you. A culprit must carry out all the murders directly by their own hands. In other words, there are no remote or indirect methods of murder like traps. A culprit must not die. In other words, no one can be murdered, set up a locked room, then commit suicide inside it.
And does it also mean that dead people can't be culprits?
This is a fairly vital piece of information. The culprit must be among the characters appearing in the story. So, no mysterious stranger sneaking onto the island. No one's allowed to episode 2 Shannon themselves. That's one way to put it, Victor. The appearing characters are the same old 17 characters after Kinzo was removed. No one else appears in the story, so no one else matters. Purple statements are as absolute as red truths. However, a culprit can lie with purple statements. Now here's a troublesome one. This could be the heart of this game. Is that all for the game's premises? Besides that, I guess there's only the reader will tell no lies. In other words, there are no lies in the non-dialogue narrative text. I could have done that if I wanted, but it'd be a pain to make things complicated. Interesting. So there are no lies in the rules, for instance? Yeah, the rules have no lies. So you willingly abandon a witch's privileges. You seem quite confident. Probably plans to win despite that. That's all from me. I don't intend to give you any more hints or answers, any more questions.
As the observer, I'll reclaim this once again. I can't know that it's possible to identify the culprit with this information.
Okay, got it. I can't wait to get started. I can't believe the two of us are going to take on the same mystery together once more. Yeah. I'm looking for... Let's make the most of it. This is a real game between you and me. I reckon find some paper and write something to write with. Oh, fuck me ass. That is, if you really intend to fight me. If you get completely stuck, maybe you should listen in on Paddler and Beto's reasoning. Well, these be hints for when you get absolutely stumped and can't move forward. Still, I'd rather fight you one-on-one. Some sort of giant piece of paper you post up right on. You're sure conclusion thing. Fuck. I'm being told to conspiracy board by the game. Help! You plan to enjoy a little duel and try to defeat me by your own power alone without relying on hints. So let's enjoy ourselves, shall we? Enjoy this game that I've created just for you. Oh, fuck me ass in the butt. Oh, you fucking bitch. I want to save. I can't do this in one sitting. You fucker. If you go into the store, you can save there. Oh, thank fuck. No, don't click on handstand. That'd be dumb. Oh, fuck me ass. Looking forward to seeing my method? Yay, I'm gonna have to fuck me ass. Okay. I'm gonna have to fucking rearrange this slightly because, hold on, capture browser, Umineko. Okay, let's figure this shit out with you, Bernie. Fuck. Okay, first off, let's get everyone on this fucking board into our grasp again. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Oh, goodness gracious. I'm gonna fucking have to figure this shit out. Oh no, my mouse has disappeared in the game. I can't... Okay, there... No, okay, my mouse is gone. Great. I'm... Okay. I'm going to actually, like... I think I'm going to end the stream here. But I'm going to end the stream here because I need to spend, like... I need to spend a while creating the format because... Okay, so 2 things, essentially. 1, I've got to create a format to actually, like, do this. 2, I don't know how many streams is going to be left on just this fucking, like, problem-solving part of the game. But, like, I need to create a stream layout where I can show both me on the board and the game itself for hints at the same time. So, unexpectedly, I'm stopping the stream now, not because it's, like, I want to stop, but because it's a case of, like, I need to recreate a board where we can show both things at once, so that way we're actually making it a bit engaging. And also, I got to think about this for the next couple days, and perhaps for the next couple streams of Umineko. Fucking kill me. Thank you very much, everyone, for coming to today's live stream. We have begun the torture arc of me having to figure this shit out. God fucking damn it. Thank you all for coming. The first time coming is to subscribe and hit the so where when I'm going to be losing my fucking mind. If this is first time coming to see me lose my mind, please think about subscribing and hitting the bell, and also share, like, the video. If you liked anything about it, leave a comment if you want to laugh at my misery. And if you want to share anything, share around the video, go ahead and do that. That'd be great. Yep, that'd be great. Oh, sorry, wait, no, wait, sorry, just noticed, Carrie, what's the favor you need me to do? Carrie, sorry, what? Carrie, Can you show all the purple? Oh, yeah, sure, I can do that. I can do that, give me a second. Okay. First twilight, great tumult followed. Everyone gathered in the dining hall. After checking the interior of the dining hall, we determined that all of the doors and windows had been locked, making it a locked room. Naturally, all of us are here right now. It's clear that no one is hiding. First twilight, to prevent trouble later on, we destroyed Genji's master key. Second twilight, I searched all over the room and looking for a clue. In the end, I found that the windows, doors were all locked, making it a locked room. I'm sure the cover left some sort of clue in this room, made sure that no one would be able to enter or leave until the police arrived. Fourth twilight, George Nissan got upset, so we all went outside to look for them. Later on, we learned that George Nissan alone had an alibi. At least regarding Shannon's death, it was impossible for George Nissan to be the murderer. Fifth and sixth twilights. Like hell could they survive after this? Goto-san and Kumasawa-san are both dead. All of us, in other words, the 4 cousins of Dr. Nanjo, couldn't have killed Goto-san and Kumasawa-san. Seventh twilight. He's dead. He's been killed. Impossible. Judging by the circumstances, Maria, Bowler, George, Nissan-san, and I all couldn't have killed Dr. Nanjo. Oh, there's literally nothing for those ones. Of course, there was no one hiding in the dining hall either. Fourth twilight. I prayed that she was still alive. However, I was forced to acknowledge that she was dead. Fifth and sixth twilights. I guess that someone might have sunk in, so I checked around, but I guess I was still completely locked up. Seventh twilight. You and I can say for sure that this was an instant death. In the first place, no one could kill Dr. Nanjo inside the guest house. Eighth twilight. Poor Jessica-chan, she probably died instantly. As if Maria-chan could kill someone, Maria-chan couldn't kill anyone. First twilight, and nothing suspicious was found inside the dining hall. Second twilight, Dr. Nanjo checked their posts. Then he announced that the 2 of them had died instantly. Then we did the same to the dining hall. We also sealed the dining hall in the same way. Fourth twilight, turn it around. Anyone could have killed her besides George Aniki. Fifth and sixth twilights. Well, we have been busy keeping a lookout and logging up and all of that. Once again, none of us had an alibi. That's impossible. No master keys exist except the 2 keys on the 2 people who lie dead here. Seventh twilight, and look at this. Simply put, this is proof that Dr. Nanjo didn't leave the guest house. Eighth twilight. The 3 of us were together the whole time. George Aniki, Maria, and I couldn't have killed Jessica. Interesting. First twilight. It was such a terrible way to be killed. Doctor or not, no one examining the body would reach the wrong conclusion. Second twilight. Correct. I confirm both of their deaths. There can be no doubt that they died instantly. We've reached the conclusion that the entire mansion itself should be preserved. We also sued the mansion itself, and all of us took refuge in the guest house. Fourth Twilight. Of course, I also examined her and confirmed her death. Fifth and sixth Twilights. Judging by these wounds, Goda-san and Kumasawa-san died instantly, I believe. Such a gruesome way to die. First Twilight. Looks like all the victims died instantly. Hee hee hee. Second Twilight. We put duct tape all over the outside of the doors and windows, sealing them. Seventh Twilight. Everything is locked up perfectly. How did it happen if this is a locked room? Eighth Twilight. There's no way she could live through this. Hee hee hee. Yeah, three of us couldn't have killed Jessica. Hee hee, thanks. George Oni-chan couldn't kill an adult. He could kill a kid though. Hee 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 hee. But it was no use. The death of each parent was confirmed by their own child. Second Twilight. After getting everyone's permission, I unlocked the door. Second Twilight again. All of his servants were together the whole time. First Twilight. Nanjo and I confirmed that Genji-sama was dead. Second Twilight. Kraft-sama and Natsuki-sama lay sprawled on the floor inside the room. All of the servants can prove an alibi for all of the other servants. First Twilight. The dining hall was locked up. Of course, there's a lock on the doors in the dining hall, but they usually remain unlocked. I knocked, but there was no answer. When I unlocked the door with a master key, a terrifying sight awaited inside. Second Twilight. Madame's room was locked. It's just like the dining hall. Fourth Twilight. When the two of them left, we were busy checking on the locks around the guest house. So not one of us has an alibi. To prevent the Cobra from using it for any mischief, we destroyed the master key Shan-san had held on the spot. First Twilight. That's when I arrived. I recommend that he try unlocking the door just in case. Eva-sama, Hideyoshi-sama, Rudolph-sama, Kirei-sama, Rosa-sama, and Genji-san. 6 people in all were lying there covered in blood. Interesting. Wait, hold on a second. Is it Goda saying that each time? Nope. Okay, it wasn't. I'm going to hell. Thank you, everyone. I'm gonna get close. I'm getting quiet. I'm gonna descend to the depths of hell. Bye.